Okay, so guys, now we are going to talk about the strings. Okay, I'm not talking about the data type. This is another thing which we should know. Okay, so let me go to my basically the Python projects where I've been installed all this. So this is the first chapter we have done it, and now what I'm going to do, I just go and right click here. So automatically you will see all these folders in your PyCharm also when you go and do all this. Okay, so we're going to talk about now strings. Okay, and well, this is you can see here, this is the path which when I was installing the PyCharm, so by default it has installed on my this path. I did not change it, so it's a very simple process, right? So I've just created a shortcut of this path, and this is where you find all the the lectures also which we have discussed so far. So again, you can just open your PyCharm, and now we should see here. I'm starting this from the scratch so that you should be comfortable. So we will see here all the folders, right? Because we have, you look at this here. Okay, so if close for the tip, we don't need any tip. So if I go here, you see I have all the information here. Okay, and now the next thing is that we want to go and right click on the chapter 2, and I want to create a Python the file here. Okay, so we will go and give this a name called strings 1. Okay, maybe let's say 1.0, press enter, and now we are in the strings 1.0. So let's say I put here the variable called x equals to, right? I'm saying that I'm learning Python, right? Now you see this, I know that the first thing which when I say string, you imagine this, you understand this as a variable which can hold the any value which is called text, right? Now see, that is okay, but here we are discussing something different. For example, if I say print, right? If I say print x, what is going to happen if I run this? Let me select this. Let me run this from here. And we should see here, I'm learning Python, right? Perfect. Now you see, what I'm going to tell you is that you can also go and slice and dice the strings. They have that capability. We can pull off some values from left, from middle, or from right, from anywhere. So far you have not seen all that, right? So what I'm saying, instead of this print x, right, if I say I want the first alphabet which is positioned at 0, then how I can do that? So in strings, this is the 0 position, space is a first position, and this is a third position, fourth position, fifth position, and so on. So you have to put the square brackets, and you have to refer to that the particular position. 0 is basically, you can say, is a index or position in that x. Okay, so if I run this, we should find here I. You see that? Very interesting, right? So this is all called slicing. Okay, slicing and dicing of a string. This is very useful in data analytics. So when we will start the data analytics, we will go and use all these things. So for example, now you say that I want to pull actually, let's say the third position, right? Now if you do the calculation from here, you have to consider this as 0. Please remember that. This is the same thing which will make you uh, remember of those VB arrays. In VB arrays or in VB user forms also, when you use the list box, you know that by default the index is always 0. Or maybe if you know any other programming language like that. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So that means if I run this, we should see here m after I. Look at this here. Correct or not? Right? So we can reach out to any index now. This is very powerful. We can reach out to any index from here. Now what will happen if, let's say, I say, for example, I just go and write here some index called maybe -1, right? I'm just going to run this. See that what is happening here? Interesting. Now when you say -1, it immediately starts the calculation from here. -1. Many of students, when I ask them, they say, sir, this is going to be an error, because if the 0 is the first index, then -1 obviously does not make any sense. But no, it is not like that. So that means if I go and if I have to reach out to the last O, the second last character, which is O, can I go and write here too? Can I go and write here too? Let's go and run this and let's see that. Look at this. Okay, so this way we can go and fetch the information. Not fetch, actually we can retrieve the information from any site. I know now you must be thinking about, so how to get 3 characters, 4 characters from the middle, because as I use the word called mid also, well, this is something we will go and see in the next lecture.